Years later, the gates opened, and Ikenna walked out, not as the boy who entered, but as someone life had already broken. Freedom came, but it felt empty, because outside those walls, there was no home waiting, only memories of everything he had lost. He had no money, no place to start from, no one to welcome him. So he walked, step by step, back into a life that had already moved on without him. He chose something simple, a mechanic workshop, not because it was easy, but because it was honest. After everything, he still believed that doing right mattered. One day, a car drove in, expensive, clean, out of place, and from it stepped a familiar face, Callistus, a boy from his past, now a man, dressed in success. They recognized each other instantly. Names were called, memories returned, and for a moment, it felt like life had given him something back. Callistus listened to his story, then made an offer. Not small help, but a shortcut. Money, connections, a way out. Fast, too fast. Ikenna looked at him and saw something. Not success, but danger. And quietly, he refused. I would rather suffer honestly than live well from other people's pain. Callistus smiled, but his eyes changed, because rejection from someone he once knew felt like insult, and pride does not forgive easily. So he planned, quietly, carefully, and soon Ikenna was accused again, this time of theft, not because he stole, but because someone decided he must suffer. When Ngozi heard, her body could not take it anymore. This was no longer pain. This was destruction. Her heart failed her, and she collapsed. This time, she did not get up the same. She survived, but not fully. Her body weakened, her strength gone. She was alive, but trapped inside her own suffering. Months later, a new government came. Cases were reviewed, and just like that, he was released again. Not because justice was served, but because fate had not finished with him yet. That night, with nothing in his pocket, he walked again. The road was dark, silent, almost like life itself was holding its breath. Then he saw it, a car and a woman in danger. This time, he did not walk away. For the first time, all the pain he had endured became strength, and he fought, not just for her, but for something inside him that refused to die. Her name was Amarachi, calm, composed, but in that moment, shaken, because for the first time, she had been truly afraid. He fixed her car. She offered him a ride, and somewhere along the way, he told her everything. Not as a story, but as a truth. She didn't interrupt, she didn't judge, she listened. And when he finished, she cried. Not for herself, but for him. She didn't promise miracles. She didn't rush change. But slowly, things began to shift. A shop, a new start, a chance to rebuild. His mother was taken to a better hospital. And for the first time in years, her tears were not only from pain, but from relief. And one day, life turned. The man who destroyed him lost everything. Not suddenly, but piece by piece, the same way he had destroyed others. And Callistus could not outrun his choices, because eventually, darkness catches up with itself. And then, the final truth. The land, the same land that cost his father's life, returned to him, not by force, but by time and truth. Pain did not disappear. Loss did not undo itself. But slowly, life began to feel livable again. And then, life gave them something new. Not to replace the past, but to remind them that even after everything, joy can still exist. Some people don't survive because life is kind. They survive because even after everything,